I think your mic is on mute, Yuli.
Yes, hi. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. Hear you.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So thanks, Emmanuel, for the introduction. My name is Yulin, and I'm the integration lead at Polygon. And it's a great pleasure to be here with everyone today at this Polygon workshop. So the workshop is going to be half an hour long. So I would try to cover the feature of Polygon and what can Polygon do for you as a dev, and also what's the best way to utilize Polygon to reduce user frictions onboarding Web3 devs. So I'm planning to leave about 5 minutes towards the end to take questions from everyone. So then let's just get started. So first, Polygon. Polygon is founded in 2017, and its aim is to solve the low throughput and high transaction cost on Ethereum. So then, just with the 2017 CryptoKitties episode, and also with 2020, the DeFi boom, and also 2021, the DeFi bull run market. So then with like a lot of users or dApps have experienced the pain that we have due to the network congestion on Ethereum. So Polygon has this mission to help the users to reduce friction, to onboard more users onto the Web3 dApps world. So then let's just take a quick look at, in terms of the skilling solutions, the current issues that we're facing in this space. So then, like the first is that we realize that there's no one-size-fits-all skilling solutions, right? So then we can just take Polygon as an example. In 2017, when the first skilling solution is provided by Polygon, it's a Plasma Layer 2 solution. So that it's very secure because its security is piggybacked on Ethereum mainnet. However, it has a 7-day challenging period when user wants to exit the Plasma bridge, and that apparently cannot serve many dApps' need. So because of this, Polygon evolved and provided Polygon POS proof of stake bridge, and it's a lot faster, and it's decentralized bridge, which is ensured by 100 validators, and it's also very secure. So for each single transactions that happen on Polygon, they basically are going to be checkpointed periodically to Ethereum, and just for the fraud-proof check in the future if it's necessary to do so. And its deposit time is similar to Plus Chain's deposit time, which is a few minutes. I think it's about 2 to 3 minutes for the asset to arrive at Polygon from Ethereum. And the exit time, instead of 7 days by Plasma, it's reduced to half an hour to 3 hours. So then we can see that it's a lot more flexible, and it's relatively secure as well. So then that's also what the most of the devs that are currently using on Polygon. And then, apparently we would like to include new innovation in the space as well, right? So then Polygon now has the ZK rollup solution provided as well. So then it's through Hermes, And also we have Netfall solution as another scaling option provided as well, and which is based on the optimistic rollup solution, but it actually has a zero knowledge cryptography from the ZK solution included as well. So then, as you can see, as more and more innovations present themselves in the space, Polygon is looking to provide them all. And then the third issues that we face is that mainly forks of popular implementations are scattered and biased information could confuse developers. And of course, there's never-ending list of Ethereum killers being developed due to scalability and cost concerns of Ethereum, right? And that is why Polygon's standing firm just to support Ethereum ecosystem and to really solve the scaling issues that are currently facing. All right, so then with the four main problems in mind, let's see what Polygon solution can provide us. So then, just as I mentioned, Polygon has already provided POS and plasma chains, right? Which is what we can see as this node here on this Polygon. And in addition to this, Polygon's SDK is looking to provide support to standalone sidechains. Those are sidechains that has its validation and consensus mechanism. And also, like ZK rollup solution is already supported on Polygon as well through Hermes. And optimistic rollup solution is also supported on Polygon through Nightfall. And then SDK is also looking to support enterprise chains and shared security chains. And in this Polygon, you will see that the main hub is still Ethereum, right? So then by putting Ethereum into the center of this, all those different chains surrounding it is able to take advantage of its thriving ecosystem of Ethereums. And because of this, we call Polygon's scaling solution as Swiss Army knife solution, because it includes all the different options, and it's up to the developers to decide which option would serve their devs' need the most. So we give the freedom to the dev. And then, like all those different chains, they will be able to interoperate with each other as well. So with this Polygon solution, it turns Ethereum into a fully fledged multi-chain system. And so then this POS and plasma hybrid structure, it basically is what Polygon currently uses for its plasma chain, for its plasma bridge, and also for its proof of stake POS bridge. As you can see that we have three different layers here, right? So then the base layer is Ethereum mainnet. And that's where we have the staking smart contract and also checkpointing smart contract, and also, like the predicate smart contract deployed. And so then for those validators on our validation layer, which is what we see in the middle layer here, right? So then their stake is going to be in the staking smart contract, apparently in Ethereum mainnet. And also there's a predicate smart contract, which is going to log the user's fund when the user tries to transfer its fund from Ethereum to Polygon, right? And then with this fund first logged in this predicate smart contract on Ethereum, the same amount of token is going to be minted for the user at the Polygon sidechain, right? So then, of course, like in the future, when the user wants to withdraw the fund from Matic sidechain to Ethereum, then it's going to prove that the amounts of token on Polygon is burned. And then with this burn proof, the previously locked amounts on Ethereum is going to be released to the user. So then as we can see here with the 3 different layers, the last layer is actually Polygon sidechain, and which is also what we call as block producer layer, BOR layer. So, so then they just so then this layer is actually composed with a selection of validators, and they will just aggregate blocks. They would just aggregate transactions into blocks, right? And then for the validators, they would aggregate blocks into Merkle tree, and periodically the validation layer is going to publish the Merkle root of the Merkle tree to the Ethereum mainnet. Therefore, the transactions on this Polygon sidechain are checkpointed to Ethereum mainnet. And at any point of time, if the community has question to any transaction that happens on the Polygon sidechain, then they will be able to check against this snapshot or the checkpoint of the Polygon sidechain and to see if the transaction indeed happened. So then that is the 3-layer architecture that we have for Polygon's POS and Plasma hybrid chain. And then the next is Polygon Avail. It basically is a data availability solution for sidechains and layer 2 protocols. And this one is currently in the DevNet state. And as we just covered, Polygon now has ZK rollup solution provided through Hermes. And optimistic rollup is provided through Netfall. All right, so then we can take a look at the Polygon SDK as well. So then Polygon SDK, it basically is what we're saying here, right? So then here we're talking about the Polygon solution as a Swiss Army knife solution, as it looks to provide different options of scaling to the users, right? And then this is actually provided by Polygon SDK, and certain components are already available in production, and SDK is still under development at this time to basically, just to provide more features in the Polygon solution. Yep, so then those are what we talked about, all the different chains that we're able to support through Polygon SDK, and they're all under this big Polygon umbrella, ready to be picked by the dev. So power of Polygon, at this point, there are over 500 devs onboarded, and so more than 7 billion TVL locked on Polygon, and the daily transaction is over 6 million. And so then that's already passed the daily transaction by multiple folds on Ethereum. And then the block time finality on Polygon main chain is 2 seconds. And the average transaction cost, as we can see, it basically is close to 0, right? And then the good news is that Polygon is an EVM compatible chain. That means if you are an Ethereum developer, then you're already a Polygon developer. Any tools or frameworks or libraries that you use with Ethereum development, you are able to use as is on Polygon. So for example, Travel, Remix, Solidity, Web3, JS, Ether JS, you're able to use them all on Polygon. And then so overall we're able to support better user experience through extremely fast transaction time, and also extremely low cost, as well as, like for meta transaction, you basically will be able to cover the extremely low transaction cost for the user, and then they don't have to worry about paying gas fee to use your dApp, right? And I think it makes a lot of sense to do the meta transaction on Polygon because of its low average transaction cost. And then I actually want to show there's a site that the community has built for the current dApps onboarded Polygon. As you can see that we have different categories listed here. There's DeFi, there's Aave, there's Curve Finance, QuickSwap, 1inch, Sushi Swap, and like a lot of mainstream dApps that or have used. They already onboarded Polygon. And then there's of course NFT and gaming, Atari, OpenSea, Decentraland, Avagotchi, and a lot more, right? And then just with the dApp toolings, as you can see, those are all available and supported on Polygon as well. And then for different wallets that we use for Ethereum, you can also use them on Polygon. So then with that said, I actually want to take you to the documentation of Polygon. And let's just take a look as a dev, how we can use Polygon. So, the site that I'm taking you to is docs.polygon.technology. So once you're there, click on develop, and then you will be able to see all the network details through network link. So then here, the first tab is about Polygon mainnet, and then the second one is Mumbai testnet, right? So then this has all the information that you need to do the configuration, either for the wallets or for your smart contract, right? Just to connect to Polygon. So then with the MetaMask, you basically just like click on this drop-down list, and then you select custom RPC, and then all the information required to be filled out, you will be able to copy them over from the doc. And then you will be able to have the Polygon available in MetaMask. And then for deployment of your smart contract to Polygon, you basically can come to the link here. And then as you can see, we support Remix, Truffle, Hardhat, right? So then let me see if I can just do a quick demonstration of Remix. Okay, 1 sec. All right, so then for Remix, it's just the same way as what you would do for Ethereum deployment. And let me just find an extremely simple vanilla smart contract. As you can see, this one, it basically is a counter, right? And it has some simple events defined as well. So basically what you do is that so we come here, and then we want to select injected Web3, right? And then from the MetaMask, we will be able to select Mumbai testnet. Okay, so I have it as Matic testnet. It's just a name difference. So you can call it Mumbai testnet or Polygon testnet. So then once you have this, for some reason, it's not connecting. So I'll just switch to Matic network. Okay, cool. So then once you're here, you basically can just compile it. And once the compile passes, you basically just come here and make sure that you're on Polygon network, and then you can just do the deploy. So we confirm the transaction, and the smart contract is going to be deployed. And then, of course, so then here we have this deployed on the mainnet, and then we can just copy this smart contract address and to look it up in the Polygon Explorer. But before we go there, I actually want to show you how you can get the Polygon token Matic to do transactions, right? So for that, you would need to go to the Polygon faucet, right? So then for the URL, faucet.polygon.technology. Here we will be able to specify, okay, so we want some test token on Mumbai testnet, and then we just paste our wallet address from the MetaMask account. And once you click on submit, you will get some test tokens on your wallet, and you will be able to use that to do deployment with Remix or with Truffle. And because of time constraints, so I'm not going to show the deployment on Truffle, but the steps are exactly the same as what you would do on Ethereum deployment. So let's just take a look at the smart contract that we just deployed through the contract's address. Okay, so then as you can see here, it's just deployed on Polygon 1 minute ago, and this is a transaction hash. And Polygon Scan, it's a Polygon Explorer that you can use to look at transaction information, smart contract information, block information, very similar to Ether Scan. And as a matter of fact, it's actually developed by Ether Scan team. All right, so then now you know how to do deployment on Polygon. Let's just move on to see what you can do on Polygon. So, of course, now you know the fast transaction throughput and the low cost on Polygon. How can we utilize this to serve our gaps, right? So one way to do so is, of course, you basically just do the development directly on Polygon, which is one of the DEX does, which is quick swap. That is a lot like Uniswap. So, the difference is that it's native to Polygon, and all the swap of tokens happens on Polygon only. And then another way is, of course, when your dApp has already been deployed on Ethereum, then you can map your dApp to Polygon. And then the way to do it is through the mapping tool. So then the first thing is that you need to submit a mapping request between your smart contract on Ethereum to the smart contract on Polygon. Therefore, there's a way for the dApp to be able to communicate on those two different chains, right? So then, as you can see here, submit mapping request, and there's a link, mapper.matic.today, right? So then it basically is just gonna take you to this site, and then you can just click on map new token, and we currently support ERC20, 721, 1155 token types, and you will be able to select the testnet or the mainnet from here. And if your smart contract has already been deployed on Ethereum, then you want to paste over your token address on Ethereum. And with this, as you can see, for Polygon token address, it's actually labeled as optional. Reason being, if your token smart contract on Ethereum is a very standardized smart contract implementation, it doesn't have a specialized function implemented in there, then you don't even need to provide a Polygon implementation of the token smart contract. Polygon team is going to deploy a standard token smart contract for you on Polygon, and they're going to be mapped, and that will be sufficient. However, if you have some specialized function included in your token smart contract, then you would need to do the deployment explicitly on your own to Polygon to keep those specialized functions, right? So then that's when you need to do the deployment and then specify the address here. And for the mintable and non-mintable guide, so basically, if you want your token to be minted only on Ethereum, then you need to choose non-mintable. But if you also want your tokens to be mintable on Polygon, then you need to choose mintable. And that is all. So you submit the mapping request, and then the mapping is going to be verified and reviewed by the Polygon team, and they should be ready for you in 2 to 3 days. Once the mapping is in place, so actually, I want to talk a little bit about the requirements for your Polygon smart contract. So then for the Polygon smart contract, there are 2 required methods, and they are deposit and withdrawal. So apparently deposit is to mint the tokens on Polygon side when the tokens are deposited from Ethereum to Polygon. And withdrawal, it basically is just to withdraw the tokens from the Polygon side. So those 2 are going to be called by the Polygon POS or Plasma bridge. So those are required to be implemented in your smart contract on Polygon. And here you are able to reference example smart contract implementation for ERC20 token on Polygon. And we actually provide different sample implementations for all those token types for your information. So then those are the only requirements that you would have to do on the Polygon side smart contract. And when it's a mintable token on Polygon, then you will need to implement one more function, which is mint. Make sense? All right, so then now that you have your smart contract in place on Polygon, how to interact with that? Of course, as I said, you're able to utilize Web3.js and Ether.js to interact with the smart contract. And Polygon actually developed Polygon SDK, which is Mag.js for you to use, and it's much simpler to use as well. And you basically just have to instantiate this SDK and just to pass in some static addresses for the smart contracts. And you can just follow the step here. And once it's instantiated, then you will be able to call its 2 APIs for deposit, right? So first you would approve the token for deposit, and then you will be able to deposit, right? So only through those 2 APIs, you will be able to deposit your token from Ethereum to Polygon. And then with withdrawal, it's actually a 2-step process. The first step is to burn this token that you look to withdraw from Polygon. And the API to use is burn ERC20. Of course, the token that we're looking at is 20 here. And once you have this transaction hash, and after this transaction is checkpointed to Ethereum, then you will be able to call exit ERC20 and provide this burn transaction hash, and then your token is going to be available and released on Ethereum side. So then, as you can see, with the Matic.js SDK, the interaction with your smart contract to do deposit and to do withdrawal is very, very simple. And the last thing that I actually want to show you is Polygon wallets and Polygon Bridge. So for Polygon wallets, as we can see here, it basically lists all the tokens currently available on Polygon. And then you will be able to do deposits and withdrawal on them, right? So then, for example, when you click on deposit here, right, it takes you to the Polygon Bridge, and then you will be able to specify the amount for Ether to be deposited to Polygon. And when you're done, you can just click on transfer, and it's gonna take place. And for withdrawal, it's the same process. It's a similar process as well. When you click on withdrawal, it again takes you back to the Polygon Bridge, and you will be able to specify the amount again, and then you will be able to transfer your tokens out of Polygon to Ethereum. So then this is also a very good demonstration as to how the interaction between the two bridges take place. So there's actually a lot of features that you can utilize. So for example, there's meta transaction available, which you can use Biconomy's Mexa to, just to do the meta transaction implementation. And also you can also use GSN as well. And for network agnostic feature as well, all those will be able to help to reduce user frictions. And for oracles, we support Chainlink, Razor, UMA, all those different oracles. And for indexing services, you can look to Confluent or the Graph as well. And Fiat on Ramp, it's also supported Polygon through MoonPay and Transact, Ramp, etc. So so then overall, there's a lot for you to explore and just have fun. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us on Discord. So then this actually conclude my lecture today, and please let me know if there's any questions.
Yeah, all right. Thank you very much, Yulin, for the time, taking out time to take us through. I mean, it's really amazing, how far Polygon have gone, just within a short period of time. And I hope, like, the developer said that is joining the hackathon has like one or two things to learn from, from this section. Thank you again. So I actually have like a question that was asked on our Telegram group. Mm-hmm. And the question is, someone was asking, what's the name? So there is Julia that was asking, he was asking, I mean, are there like any kind of, what's it called, like grant or, sponsorship that a developer can get while building on top of Polygon? I don't know, like if something that you could answer. I mean, considering that, your field of expertise, just like with regards to more of dev. But I mean, if you have like any answer to that, then that'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah. That's a great question to ask, and I'm so glad that this question is asked here. Yeah, sure. Like Polygon really would like to get the community participation and support, right? So then we welcome all the great tooling ideas and implementations. And also at this point for Matic.js SDK, we also look to have it implemented in Go, in Rust, in in Python and in Java as well. And, you know, just like the total grant for all those 4 languages are 12K. And of course, you know, just for individual implementation. So for example, in Go, it's going to be 3K. So yeah, so then that is one of the bounty or grants project that we put out. And also, you know, just for anyone who would like to build an NFT marketplace on Polygon, we will welcome that as well. And then there's also grant provided for that as well. And you know, and I think there's one more. Let me just look right now. But then, you know, just overall, if you have great project ideas and, you know, if you have some tooling, please feel free to reach out to us. And we will love to take a look, and, you know, and we will love to support it as well. And also, so one more is we're looking to have the community to build a tool similar to any.dev. So then, you know, if you're unfamiliar with any.dev, please check it out. And yeah, so then if you can implement the similar tool on Polygon, then it will be great. So it's, let me just share this basically to everyone. It's www.any.dev. So it's ANYDOT.dev.
All right, that's great.
Cool.
That's great. So I mean, that was the only question, unfortunately. I mean, that was asked. I guess like the presentation was more technical, maybe than most people expected. So thank you again, Yuli. And it will be great, of course, like if we can get the slides so that we can share with our developer, and you know, they can also like have a look. And like Yuli said, if anyone has like a question, I mean, you can always like reach out to the Polygon team, or always ask on our channel, and then we can easily like, you know, make an introduction to the Polygon team. Well, yeah, thank you again, Yulia, for the time, and it was great to have you. Yeah,
it's great to be here. Thanks. Bye, everyone.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, so guys, thank you for tuning in, and we expect to also have you tomorrow for tomorrow's workshop. See you guys tomorrow, and have a great day everyone.